Hello and welcome, friends. I'm here today with my good friend Jared, Caffeinated Miniatures on YouTube, and he's gonna teach me how to paint. So,
How to slap paint around.
okay, whatever. You're better than me. So, a little bit of an unusual stream for me. Normally, I do board game content. Obviously, I have painted one mini in the last 4 years. I think.
too.
You know, that's not true. That's bullshit. You post videos every week. So we got a little bit of a weird camera setup here. I don't know if it's gonna work out. We're gonna try it out and we're gonna figure it out. But yeah, like this is the only mini that I've painted in recent years. Is it gonna focus? No, because that'd be too easy. Doesn't want it, but that's okay. That's it. That's peak mini painting for James.
That's tiny though. That's actually pretty sick.
Okay, I'll take the compliment, but I think the bar is very low. So, if you told me you were related, I would believe you, says Cosmic Beat. I don't know. I feel like
It's because of the outstanding hairline and
yeah, this is going away pretty fast. I'm gonna have Jared's haircut very soon. So, you know, the beard, I guess that does it. Your beard's much redder than mine. I think the camera cheats a lot though.
yeah.
There's something funky going on with the colors on my camera, but we're just not going to worry about that. All right, so pretty awesome for such a teeny mini. I appreciate you, Allison. Also, Heavy Tech Mech and Cosmic Beat, thanks for those subs. Appreciate that a lot. And with that, I guess we're going to try and get into it here. So Jared told me to have a couple of minis ready to go. So
Which you panic sprayed yesterday.
I absolutely did. So I took these guys, which are from the D&D. This is a little wolf. There's a little spider here as well. These are from the Castle Ravenloft D&D board game from 2010, before 5th edition D&D. Like 4th edition, I think, was still like hot off the presses
Yes.
back when this came out. So these are kind of old, and they're like your typical, you know, board game mini quality. They're not amazing sculpts, but they're not terrible, you know. So I quickly just hit these with a rattle can. I messed up a couple of them, like these zombies. I missed 3/4 of the front of the mini.
They've just got a really
But
pale stomach.
He's just really pale, totally. But anyways, I just took these. I want to get better at painting minis, and I have 1 or 2 board games kicking around that have minis in them. So I hit these with a rattle can, and like I said, I've painted a mini maybe 4 years ago at like a paint and take at a con, and then like that's it. I haven't done anything else. So Jared's gonna talk real slow to me and teach me what's going on here.
Real slow is the only way I speak.
Perfect. That works out just right. Awesome paint handle. It's like one that I've seen recently. Yeah, totally, Allison. Oh, I almost took a big old slug of the paint water.
Now is the
so-
time to do it.
Yeah, it's true. While it's fresh, but
It's unpigmented so far.
so far. All right. So where are we gonna start?
You are going to start with, these are brand new, so generally brushes have like a goop on them
Okay.
to make them look pretty.
Oh, like for retail display or something?
Yeah.
Like seriously? Okay.
Legitimately, yeah. Well, I mean, it also helps them keep I'm sure there's like real reasons for it too.
Like
but-
preservative or something.
But
Yeah.
I'm generally a little bit, I don't know, special when I say things. And so
Okay.
I think what we start is not necessarily with that. We might use something like this, like what we would call a dry brush.
Okay.
And we will start with just doing a dry brush technique on, we need this. That's what I'm trying to get to.
Okay. A little
very
cutting
not
board
good.
here.
Yeah.
We just kind of threw everything on the table. There's cameras
Because
and paints
Jared
everywhere.
got here
and-
late.
It's not really why, but you know, I appreciate you trying to take the blame. Paint water is my favorite drink. Nice. I have basically never painted. Jared is gonna teach me how. So
We're gonna
follow Jared on YouTube if you don't. Caffeinated Miniatures. It's worth
probably
it.
don't.
Then you can get lots of new followers. There you go. Problem solved.
So we're gonna start with
With
this
a wolf.
guy. This wolf has
Okay.
lots of texture because it's all hair, fur, and whatever.
Sure.
And so the easiest way, the the most beginner sort of way to look at
Beginner
it
friendly.
Yes.
Yeah, I like beginner friendly. I'm a big
is
fan.
by taking something like that brush. And what kind of color would you like
This
your
guy.
wolf to be?
I mean, I think like maybe a wolfy color, like some sort of fucking brown or silvery gray or something. I don't know, something in a earthy. You know, I don't think this wolf doesn't deserve to be purple. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Were they like all reddish color? No,
They were
because
some
the
of them were
ghoul
red. Yeah, these
okay.
guys. Yeah, I did like these guys were white, and all the others were reddish.
So with this guy, we might actually just
Blue
slap.
and purple. That's
Yeah,
right.
there we go. Let's slap some sort of dark gray on it first,
Okay.
and just like now you'll get used to how paint comes off of a brush.
I like it. That sounds like a great place to start. Also, we have the other camera over here that we'll have to mess around with a little bit, but that's actually Jared. So, you know, if we want to see like competent painting,
Go somewhere.
we'll go to
else.
that one. You know what's weird here? Oh, weird. Never mind. It's not weird. I'm just. Never mind me. Don't listen to me. I don't know anything about my own stream.
Consider
you know.
never minded.
Perfect. Oh shit! It did actually use spam YouTube chat as well.
Cool. I exist.
You exist.
So the first thing with paint,
Yeah.
generally speaking,
Okay.
is that how it comes out of the tube isn't necessarily the best way for us to paint it.
Okay.
And each paint is different.
Like you mean in terms of like viscosity?
Yeah,
or
how
like-
viscous it is.
Okay.
And so we want to thin it to dilute it, and we're going to use water for that because it's what we have most readily available. And so
Would we ever use anything else, like a
lots of
solvent
people
or something?
No, lots of people will use. There's lots of different acrylic sort of thinners.
Okay.
And people will use that. We are painting not for display but for gaming, and so
Well, maybe you are, but I mean,
I'm
this
never-
is,
like,
this
I
is gonna be a
never-
display masterpiece. Over
I never
here, Jared.
use anything other than water.
Okay.
I think there's some edge cases, and people will yell at me for saying this, for maybe using some of the different stuff.
Okay.
But water suits us just fine. And so
All right.
you can think of your brush is just the tool. We don't ever want paint in the brush per se. We're just using this to go from there to where we actually want the paint.
So like not heavily loaded at all.
Exactly. And you also
Okay.
want it damp,
All right.
not soaking wet, but damp, because the moisture in there is going to allow the paint to flow out of it easier.
Okay.
And
Cool.
so that's why if you ever see me paint, generally I will stick it on my tongue. I don't
Okay.
recommend that because, we don't know what's actually
What
in the paint.
I like eating, a little bit of lead every now
I mean,
and then.
there's no lead in it, but what else is in there, we don't know.
Okay.
And so with our brush a little bit damp,
Sure.
we are going to load it, and we just kind of load. When I say load it, we're getting paint into the brush, into
Okay.
like that, just towards the belly, so like that front sort of third.
Yeah. Okay.
And with this, we're just gonna smash it in there.
Slap it on there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you
Okay.
think that it's not flowing off the brush,
So I should
very
use
well,
this like that you
Yeah, use
thinned
the
a
thin
bit.
stuff there.
Okay,
I made
cool.
it easier for us,
All right.
and just swirl it in there.
And I'm just jamming this in.
Just get it in. So you generally want that brush to move in sort of one direction, as in you're not swirling it around. You're doing lines,
Okay.
kind of with.
Oh, you have way more on the brush than I do. All right. Am I trying to go with the fur against it, or am I trying?
I
to
would
go? Does it
generally say
matter?
you're going with the fur because it's
Like-
going to get it everywhere easier
Okay.
versus like across it.
Yeah.
We don't need to be at all careful with this. We're just trying to
Not
get it
at
everywhere.
all. So we're just trying to get coverage. Like this
Yeah.
is a gross, get paint on the mini.
Yeah,
technique.
and this
Okay.
is it. Just kind of shows you how paint flows off of the brush.
Apparently it doesn't flow very easily.
So
for
get
me.
more in there.
Yeah. I'm not taking enough, I think. So
So yeah, and I literally kind of swirl it into the paint to get it in the brush.
now I want to figure out how can I demonstrate this on stream best, because there's like a competence skill gap here. That's apparently even just slapping paint on with no care is perhaps beyond my ability.
Nah, I've spent
Hey,
probably
Legends, welcome in. Two beards and a brush. podcast coming out next week. Sorry, what was that you were saying?
Now I'm very, very gone off the rails. I don't even know.
Okay.
No, I've painted probably a couple of minutes more than you in the past few years.
1 or 2, you know,
So-
hard to say. I feel like you've painted more in the last week than I've painted in a decade. So, am I hitting the base with this at all, or not really?
We don't need to worry about the base.
Nothing on the base. Okay.
I mean,
what about the face? Am I just like
throw it all over
like
the whole thing.
eyes and
The
everything,
whole
just like in
Wolfie,
there?
yeah, don't worry about
Okay.
details.
All right. Let's see here. We're gonna try and just slap some paint. Oh, will my camera focus? That's gonna annoy me so much. I'm just gonna slap some paint on here.
So many stuff.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, listen. I'm not brand loyal at all. I switched to Canon, just not for my like B cams. I only have one Canon camera, and it's on the shelf, not in use at all. I still have the S3 in the in front of us there. So. All right, rightly or wrongly, I'm just jamming this paint in his mouth and everything. Like,
Yeah,
it's
he needs to eat it.
yeah.
He or she, Wolfie. Just needs
Wolfie
to
over
eat it.
here, yeah. Wolfie could use a name probably, honestly.
It'll help. You can.
Am I trying to get 100% coverage here or not really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Got it. But like if there's like some thin spots where I can see the primer, is that bad?
Not really. What we're gonna do is we're gonna give you kind of a few iterations of things to do. This is all Hillary.
All right. I like how you're just
put some
handling
new-
the paint for me.
I just put
so
some
that-
new stuff in there.
dumbing it down so that I can't screw it up. Apparently, I can smash the brush into the table when I try to hit the stream deck, though. So that didn't work out when I was, trying to hold it and press buttons. So today I learned. You're doing the base quote right now, so layer the whole Wolfie. Look at that. That's the plan.
I should say this is generally not how I would paint.
Oh, okay. So like big disclaimer, this is like you're teaching like the remedial class over here. So what would differ in how you would do it?
So because I have an airbrush, I always do some sort of base coat with airbrush because it's quick for me.
Well, that's
but I
like
wouldn't
cheating, though.
I wouldn't do gray for a wolf. I would do some sort of wild color as an underpainting because that's my jam.
That's your thing.
Yeah.
So
Like
why
a-
why didn't you do yours like some wild?
Because we're gonna show you can do it just as well as me.
Just as well is optimistic there, my man. But okay. I appreciate your confidence, and I think that it's misguided, but we'll see. See how it goes.
If you can't have confidence in yourself, your friends can.
Hey, there you go. Words of wisdom, man. We apparently the podcast needs to happen here. So Jared's just like he's like the miniature painting Bob Ross or something. Always got the positive energy.
Way more anger.
Happy little
wolf.
fibers or something.
Yeah.
I don't know, like wolf fur. All right. I'm trying to like get like his like undercarriage a bit here because I don't know. There's some surprising amount of detail. Don't take that the wrong way, but
Yeah, you don't need to worry too much about it. We're gonna
All right.
slap. What we're gonna do is let this dry for a minute to make sure it's dry.
all right. So am I? Is my coverage? Am I doing okay here?
So you could get more into like you can see his feet, his toes.
Yeah.
You could get more there, and like don't worry about if the base gets some on it. It's
Okay.
fine.
All right. So hit it with some more. Fuck, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. I can almost reach the buttons while holding the brush like between my fingers,
And so
it doesn't quite work.
Clean the brush more often than you have been.
I haven't cleaned it at all.
I know.
I've cleaned it literally
That's okay.
zero.
I'm not telling you these things because you got enough to worry about with just like the brush. But
Okay.
basically, every couple of times you're coming back for paint, you should be cleaning your brush
Why?
because the paint works up into the ferrule.
Yeah.
And as soon as you get dried paint in the ferrule, that's
You're
what's gonna.
boned.
Yeah, that's what's gonna make the brush. And I generally don't use any kind of expensive brushes anymore. I'm just using fairly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a bunch of reasons for that, but I'm just using like cheap synthetic brushes.
Okay. So this is why I got oodles of paint off my brush, and you've cleaned it like 700 times and got way less because I had lots working up in there.
Probably.
Okay. Well, that sucks. Now I feel badly. I don't know. No. What if I...
You didn't know. And now you do, so now you can feel badly.
There you go. That's what I'm saying, right?
No, I mean going forward. Right now you're
fine.
fine.
If I go forward, if I continue to do it, I'd feel badly. Yeah, that's fair. Honestly, it's like when I'm teaching board games, one of the things that I have like misgivings about, or people have misgivings about, but it's a necessity, is that when I'm teaching like complicated games, often you have to like omit rules and stuff like that because it's just like too much at once. There's like a critical mass. I can tell you everything, but you'll forget half of it anyway.
Yeah,
so it's more effective for me to tell you half, you remember it, and then me tell you the other half like as it's important, or once you have established some context or whatever. So same kind of idea here, I suppose. I'll forgive myself
for now.
For now. Next time, no. Oh, I went back. This is time number 2. I don't know if that's okay. All right. All right, I think I got better coverage on the feeties and stuff now. I think.
Yeah, you're good.
We're looking pretty okay.
Rinse the brush. We'll let it dry for a couple of minutes. You like that?
No.
So yeah, you can be mean.
With the okay.
Yeah, like I smash it into both sides, back and forth.
Okay, I'm not being mean. I'm being really delicate, actually.
No, you're being more delicate cleaning it than you are getting paint on there.
Well, you told me to smash the paint
exactly.
in. You didn't tell me to...
I'm not saying you're not doing anything bad here. I'm just saying you can clean it more aggressively.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. James, make a gear list. A gear list of what? Paintbrushes and paint, or what do you mean? Because listen, Jared came over with like a big tub, and he's just like, I brought all the super easy shit, including this one that he put right by me called Murder Scene.
I love that.
I'm not gonna read into that too much, but all right. So we're gonna let this.
There'll be like blood or something somewhere.
Well, that's less exciting as a
malignant green
as a name. You know, Purple Swarm. That's fun. Warm Skin Shade is the most like literal.
Slaughter Red.
Hey, there you go. There you go. Kind of like murder scene here.
Myrtle scene?
Myrtle scene, that's right.
That's like murder and Wordle at the same time.
We have a puzzle book called Myrtle that it's like little logic puzzles. Sweet. And yeah, the kids like to play it. So.
And if you screw up, you get myrtled.
No, well, you know, we don't tell them that. That's like the color of like red in cross-stitch floss is number 666. Oh, what an interesting coincidence. First time painting is best to hand paint the base coat so you get to feel the motions. All right, sure.
Let's run stuff around now.
That's okay. It's not your setup. It's foreign. It's weird. You know, what are these brushes with the fancy handles?
They're the same inexpensive brushes. They just came with different handles.
Oh, well, that's not that fun. I thought you were going to tell me that they were something cool. You could have lied to me so hard I would have bought it like 100%.
Yeah, but I wouldn't.
You say that now, but it was probably just the long con, you know?
Yeah.
All right, so what's next?
So what's next is we're going to use a different brush.
Okay, the dry... We're gonna
do some dry brushing.
Okay.
Now...
This is your dry brushed palette here.
Yeah, you can purchase dry palettes.
Yeah. This is a cutting board.
Yeah, this is a dollar store cutting board that I primed so that paint will stick
you primed it. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Other than where my thumb was there.
So yeah, okay. Got it.
And so the thing with dry brushing is that it's not really that you want your brush dry, it's that you are wiping most of the paint off of the brush before we use it.
Okay.
So I just like get a little bit of moisture into whatever I'm using, like paper towel or and just add the brush into
we
there
want
a little bit.
the brush is once we want it like incrementally ever so slightly wet. It's not actually literally dry. It's just like
it's just slightly damp.
2% humidity instead of 0.
Yeah, the way I tell there's enough is that if I wipe on the back of my hand and it feels cold because if there's a little bit of moisture evaporation going on, then that's enough.
Okay. Can I feel the right amount?
Yeah.
Can you show me?
So it's something like that.
Touch me, Jared. Okay.
That's a different stream.
You know. So wait, did you start by wetting the brush and then just...
No, I just literally get my finger in there and put a dop onto there.
So you're just getting a little bit of water onto...
Yep.
Okay, so we want to really start with next to nothing and
Exactly.
like work down to...
'Cause once it's wet, and you have to let it dry out before you can get going.
Okay.
The brush.
Okay. I put a non-zero amount of water on here.
non-zero, so we want to just get a little bit onto our brush.
Okay.
And wipe it around so that there's not a lot
Well, I'll
left on
ruin
there.
your palette, though.
Yeah, I
man.
know.
Okay.
So that's and just like wipe around.
Okay.
Circular kind of motion.
Am I like
Keep
really
going
smashing it in here?
You want most of it gone.
Okay. So
And
I want
so
to...
you can look at like my hand.
Like nothing's happening. Jared.
Exactly, but then when we start going on here,
Oh, shit. Okay.
and we work like top down,
Yeah.
so from top to bottom, because
So
we don't want to hit
one-
the under
yeah.
surfaces. We want to hit all the upper surfaces.
Okay. So I think I got this. Okay. Like it's
Yeah, go on the back of your hand.
yeah. Like
See how much is there?
like nothing seems to show
Yeah,
up. Maybe
so
the
the-
teeniest bit.
Yeah,
So
and now go to your wolfie.
okay. And I'm just trying to hit the high spots.
Yeah, you're just kind of going top down.
Okay. So this is like something where if I was, like this is where you would do like I've heard people talking about like zenithal priming and stuff with like with an airbrush or whatever.
Yeah, or you
right?
can do a zenithal highlight
Yeah.
with your dry brush.
Okay.
You would just do it a lot more heavily.
Got it.
And then, any place where you want it to be brighter, you can go back and get some more on there.
All right. Here's how this is going for me. I don't know, rightly or wrongly. First paint ever. Oh, I think I got like nothing now. Like literal nothing, maybe.
Yeah, you can just go back and it's easier to build more up than to
Then
get...
to take it away.
Yeah, you can't take it away. Once it's there, it's there. So you just kind of slowly build it up.
It does seem like weirdly magic. Like it feels like there's literally nothing on this brush, and yet it just sort of like
It appears.
it appears as if from nowhere, Maybe I'm too easily entertained. I don't know. Just like, if I just gotta like dangle your keys or something, Just... I mean, you're oh, maybe not. I was gonna say your guy is looking way more. Oh, we gotta fix your camera so we can show people, how the professionals do it.
There ain't no professionals here.
Even if it's not your normal, favored technique. But I think your Wolfie's looking a lot more heavily dry brushed than
It
mine.
helps that I'm using a bigger brush than you have.
Okay.
But also, get good.
Get good. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. Is your sculpt? Is this because of how I painted it? But I'm just noticing on the tail right here, there's like not a lot of detail. Is that the sculpt or is that just?
Oh, that's definitely the sculpt. Yeah.
Yeah. I was wondering if I just like slogged it on really.
Because these are
You
like
know, serious
15-year-old
Board
or
game
16-year-old PVC,
Totally.
probably from E-Star or something.
I don't know what that means.
That's one of the major factories in China that pumps these things out.
China. Okay. Got it. So, do I have enough there? No.
I'd keep going. I mean,
Okay.
so that's a you thing.
That's a me thing.
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm just deciding. Okay.
You're deciding.
What
You're the
level?
artist here.
Oh shit! I don't like that at all. That sounds. So this side I think looks good.
Yeah.
And this side I think needs like a hair bit more.
Do it.
Okay. I'm gonna get in there. So yeah, this is like a pretty typical. I would say board game minis have come a long way these days, but it's not uncommon. Like these were probably better than average minis at the time,
For sure.
right?
Yeah.
So this is kind of pretty typical, and this is the sort of thing that I'd like to, actually get to be able to paint like halfway competently, because whatever, a painted mini is going to look better on my table than you know, like whatever, just the base.
They're more
nothingness,
fun for sure.
you know. I feel like in board games, I want like a nice thing about games is games that have table presence, where you can really like see and appreciate it. It looks inviting. It looks visually interesting.
Yeah.
So I want to get to doing more painting, but you know, it's like many things you know about me. I'm sure I have ideas about, hey, I want to do this, and then you know I don't. It's a great idea, and then in practice I don't get to it. So what do I do with my brush now? Like, do I rinse it? Do I?
No, dry brushes I don't generally clean very much. Like
Okay.
even if this one's well used, and when you look down into the middle of
There's
it,
nothing. It looks
yeah,
brand
there's
new
nothing
in
there.
there. Yeah, okay.
So like you can just literally just wipe it off.
Smoosh it off.
Yeah.
Whatever. There's like texture on the you know, whatever, the cutting board here. That
Yeah,
probably
and so
helps a
people
little.
will make different sort of texture boards. Like they might glue a bunch of excess bits or sprue or whatever, like the pieces
Okay,
that
yeah,
these
yeah.
tend to come on.
I know what a
onto
sprue
board.
is. Listen, come on.
Not
What?
everyone does.
Okay,
I
that's
didn't
fair.
want to be that guy.
That's fair.
And so just glue a bunch of stuff on, and then they'll use that to wipe anything off of their dry brush. I don't like that because I think it's harder on the brush.
Okay.
So I just use this kind of micro textured stuff, and then
Yeah.
you can see like as generations of paint build up,
Generations. That's like, yeah, you're not wrong. Totally.
then there's other texture to use.
Yeah, it looks like the surface of the moon or something, just crater after crater.
Yeah.
You know. So
It looks fun.
it does. Here, I want to do a little side by side. So, so this was. Does that even work? So this guy's
Nailed it.
mine, and this is Jared's. They look pretty samey.
Yeah.
Yours, you went a little heavier for sure. It's more obvious in person than on the video, frankly. All right, cool. Dry brush, complete, maybe, sort of.
Mostly. So
Somewhat.
now we can go a little extra in some areas if you'd like.
Sprues are something I don't miss in most modern board games. Yeah, no kidding.
So I'm just going to get a little bit of this kind of ivory color.
Okay.
Be a nice kind of, and so automatically you can see how much thicker and
Like
more
super
viscous.
thick. Yeah, like molasses.
And so lots of, particularly towards white colors,
Yeah.
are like that
Really?
because the pigments are bigger.
Okay. Like physically, like the
Physically
solids
larger.
are larger.
Yes.
Oh, okay, interesting.
And so I was just going to get a little bit of this and dop some into the tufts.
The tufts. Oh God! So we have to have like some level of precision here.
Yeah, so there are ways to stabilize yourself if
Okay.
you're not, like, if you don't have to have a steady hand. I don't think I have a particularly steady hand.
Okay.
But the more points of contact you have,
Yeah.
the more stable you're going to be. So if you have your arms down
Yeah.
and your hands together,
Okay.
so that you have like both hands together,
Yeah.
that automatically stabilizes you. And then you're already grabbing the brush better than a lot of people because you're grabbing it like a pen.
Okay.
'Cause people
How
do-
else would I grab it?
Oh, there's lots of weird stuff that people do,
don't
like this sort of
ugh.
stuff. I know.
Yeah. Okay.
That
okay.
makes my skin crawl just like trying that.
Yeah.
And so now you'll have different control depending on where you want to grab the brush, like depending
Okay.
on where you're comfortable.
Yeah.
But the higher up the ferrule, so the ferrule is
Yeah.
the metal part,
yeah.
the higher up you get, obviously there's, leverage changes, and so you're making finer motions to make the brush move.
Yeah.
And you don't want to grab it very hard. It's like a pen, like if
Okay.
or a pencil. Like if you're grabbing that really hard and trying to write,
Yeah.
it becomes more difficult because you lose your dexterity.
So broadly, what I'm hearing is that I have to do this by feel, and that's going to take some experimentation,
A lot of it
a little,
does,
little
yeah.
bit of practice.
So,
Okay.
but you can automatically same thing. Like when I paint at home, my elbows are also onto the chair.
Okay.
So I've got armrests, I have wrists down, I have hands together,
Yeah.
and then I'll like get right up. If I was doing like some miniature's head or face, it'd be like basically holding that face and like right like there.
Okay.
So that it's just this tiny amount of movement.
It's interesting because I would have that makes sense to me, but how do you cheat and do it so nicely on camera? Then I don't see you snuggling these minis in there.
Well, a lot of it is just camera angles.
Oh, so you cheat?
Yeah.
Fix it in post.
Don't say like my most hated.
That word specific or that like phrase?
That phrase. Ugh.
Like when people say it unironically, like we'll fix it in post.
Yeah,
or
because
just,
it's always the person that's not fixing it in
of course,
post that says that.
and has no idea of the level of effort.
Exactly.
You know, I used to do a lot of like corporate stuff. What if I went way over the teeth and like right onto his face?
Whatever, it's fine.
Okay. So I used to do a lot of corporate video, and something that I recall having a lot of trouble with is that, you know, we so rarely were we doing fun corporate video. This was like a job where I worked there, and video was something we did occasionally, and it was like more for, we were capturing town halls and corporate events for posterity, like for somebody, employees who couldn't attend or whatever. And we get a lot of complaints from the like executive team that, you know, no, nobody's gonna watch these videos, like they're boring and stuff like that, right? And it's like, guys, like this is like a 2-hour like corporate meeting. Like people walk out of the theater because movies are 2 hours long, you know, like people complain about, and that they have explosions and shit, right? Like there ain't no explosions here, right?
You needed some explosions.
Yeah. So anyway, it was always funny.
So you don't need to get fancy or do much. Like these, like really just hardly touching them.
Okay,
and you can cheat that too.
Listen, that's not what I got. Okay,
and so
you got like individual teeth. I got like his mouth is white.
Again, cheating. So instead of painting each tooth, I'm using the side of the brush and just kind of getting into the side. So I can get like barely touch, get like across 3 or 4 teeth.
Okay.
And just use the side of the brush rather than using the tip.
I feel like this is gonna be really hard to demonstrate on stream, so you'll just have to know that Jared has individual teeth, and I have like tooth face here, where he's just like he's got teeth. It's a practice thing.
It's fine.
We're working on it. We're working on it. He's got tooth. Okay. Well, anyways, I'm not surprised or disappointed in any way that you're better at this than me. I think it would be really upsetting if the opposite, you know, were the case. So I'm expecting to be outclassed.
So now you could put that on a table. I think it would look great. It looks way better than a red piece of plastic.
Sure.
And so we can maybe go one step further by enhancing it by using some sort of wash.
Okay.
Now, this is another thing where some people don't like it being on a wet palette. I don't care. That's
What would they do instead? Use like something
just different. So a lot of people will use literally like the pop-it things.
Okay, yeah.
Because they're like little reservoirs. When that dries, you reverse it and it pops out pretty well.
Okay. It would just come right off. Yeah, sure. Okay.
But that's another thing to have.
Yeah.
And this works.
Okay. So what's the with the wash, like this is like really thin, like
it's
just
very, very thin and transparent.
Yeah.
And so it's going to pool into recesses.
Yeah.
Particularly well. And we can, like, it's a thing where you can manipulate it more because you could add several layers of it, like let it dry, put it into the bottom, like into any down-facing stuff.
Yeah.
And do several layers of it, or thin it more with water, or something else. Like, you know, these are from the Army Painter. The Army Painter has like a wash thinner.
Okay.
So then it, versus water kind of changes.
Like, is that somewhere where you would actually use something other than water?
I have used it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I've used it because they sent it to me. I don't know that I would 100% buy it.
Got it. Okay. Understood.
So same thing. We want to make sure that our brush is still damp.
Okay.
And we're going to load it up a fair amount because it's going to, like, you can see that this stuff automatically wants to whisk itself. Like,
yeah, totally.
And then with this, we use a different technique. So we just kind of just swirl it around.
Oh, okay.
And we're putting this all over the whole thing.
So we're hucking it on like quite aggressively.
Yeah, and then you just swirl it around. That swirling motion kind of helps prevent it from pooling too much in any one area.
Okay.
And then it also means that, like, you can pool it into areas that you want it. Like if you wanted it more in some areas of the tail, for instance, where there's kind of less detail there anyways, just because of this particular sculpt.
Yeah.
Yeah, just swirl it around and get it everywhere.
Oh, now he's really like Two-Face. Like those are, oh boy.
Get it into his mouth too. That'll help add some more.
Dull down those.
No,
it'll get toofs.
It should
show the recesses of the
It'll
go the sculpt in between.
It should go into the recesses. And
well,
then,
only if I didn't fill them with paint, and I'm not confident that that's the case. So, whatever. We're learning here. We're learning. Do I need to be cleaning my brush as I do this?
Yes.
Okay, so the biggest takeaway I've had so far is that mini painting is like half clean your brush.
It's like 60% cleaning your brush. Yes.
Okay, yeah, there you go. So I'm not crazy.
Well,
is this getting?
Maybe.
Well, okay, that I'm not. Why not both? Right?
Yeah.
Is this like? This is like thinning out now. Like, I feel like as I'm applying it, I'm applying more and less is happening visually. No? Am I
Not
crazy?
really. You could be crazy. Yeah.
So I am crazy.
In this particular circumstance, yes.
Okay. Like, seriously, come on. Like, I'm like slapping it on his butt here, and it's just like...
Yeah, so I am teasing you, but you can see the water on your brush at this end. So there's literally water going down into it more.
Okay.
So you want to make sure you're getting all the water off of the ferrule.
Damn it.
Which is why you'll see like...
Craft stream? That's right, Max. I'm learning to paint. Jared's teaching me how. Follow him on YouTube. Okay, well, this actually really did, like, make the teeth suck a lot less.
Yeah. Wash is a magic thing.
Like, I don't know that I would say that they're good, but they're now less bad. So, yeah, that's kind of cool. It was magic. Mostly.
And so we can now let that dry.
Listen, I want to take the last little... Yeah, I just want to like slap a little bit on his tail here. I don't know if that's going to work really. I'm going to say yes, it did. Maybe.
Do you want to get a little more fancy then?
Ooh. Yeah, because after the tooth incident, clearly what I need is like fancier. Higher skill level, really.
No, we're not talking about higher skill.
Oh, thank God. Thank God. Okay. So here's where we're at. So I feel like the wash really brought down that those highlights a lot. Not a lot more on mine than on yours. Maybe that's
So yours, because it was much darker to begin with,
yeah,
it won't. Mine's also a bit more dry than yours.
That's probably true. Yeah, you can see there's like pooling and wetness on mine that is not there for you. All right. I definitely prefer mine. It's clearly superior.
So you could now...
The great tooth debacle of 2026. Crisis averted. Looks good so far. Thank you, Allison. Appreciate that.
See, Allison knows.
I need a little bit of positivity because...
So while that's still wet...
Whoa. He does have a better beard and can clearly teach you a few things. Get the hell... Max, listen. Max is like 20-something and has like the scruffiest little hint of a beard. So he's just jealous of both of us. But I would agree yours is better.
So if you want the tail to be slightly darker,
yeah,
while it's still kind of wet...
I didn't want the tail to be darker. I wanted it to be darker than it was.
Sure.
But
are you happy with it now?
No.
Okay, so
I want my mini to look better like yours does. And I think that the wash really... Well, maybe I just got to see how it looks once it dries a bit more.
Once it dries.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do is take this dark wood speed paint.
Dark wood, that's the color?
That's the color. It's just like a dark brown. Wherever I put it, it's a dark brown.
It's in there somewhere.
This one.
Okay, cool.
So we're just going to get that. So it's similar to a wash, but more pigmented.
Okay.
And it has like a different base. It's like a resin base. I don't know exactly the tech, but
it's
the idea
thin
is that
viscosity is still very liquidy.
Yeah, so
but a little bit more pigment.
Yeah. And
Okay.
so we're just going to throw that into the tail.
That looks like an awful lot. I
Yeah.
am scared.
There we go. And then while the brush is still wet, we're just going to kind of taper it out.
Oh, weird. Okay. This just makes me wish I had a better... I want to be more well set up to show off mini painting now. Because obviously my setup is for board games, not for minis being painted. Think about the detail. Okay. How far along are you going to taper that? Is that
Yeah,
it?
just something like that.
Okay.
And we could do something similar if you want it, you know, your favorite color here. Murder scene.
The name is fun, you know? Like, I often think, like, I wish in some past life, I can only imagine that I was, like, the guy who names paint colors. Because that seems like, you know, really... That seems like my calling.
Like
basically.
nuclear sunrise.
That's not bad.
So
That's not bad.
I think all of the names are fun, but what I like about what the Army Painter has done is that they actually put real, like, identifiable colors
Oh yeah,
on it as well.
I saw that. Like, I was looking at Murder Scene or whatever, and it was like reddish black or something, like something that like actually makes sense in the context of color, like not just funsies.
Because
like,
what is Tainted Garden?
that's true.
It's in the ochres and tans. So,
Cool.
you know, it's like a tanny green.
Ochre is definitely not a term that I'm going to use on a casual basis, but yeah,
I think you should.
I think I should too. I need to
So
look for
we're
more
gonna,
opportunities.
We're going to take some of this murder scene and we're going to smash it now into his mouth.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm a little behind the times here. I guess I better get started on the. I didn't do anything to the tail or nothing.
Well, you don't
So-
have to do anything. I'm just showing you that you can mess around.
I'm kind of digging the murder scene mouth, honestly. That's pretty cool. Wow.
And so we can let that dry because once it's all dry, you could go back over it again with another dry brush
Yeah.
and like much lighter, but then kind of unify where this is very gray here and then brown there.
Yeah.
We
So
could
we'd
go
hit it with
back
the
over
highlights
with
again.
something.
Okay.
So then the upper parts of all the hair will be the same
Got
and
it.
unify it all again.
Okay. Wow.
So this is like it's all of this is like not skill dependent at all. And it's
with the
speed.
exception of the tooth incident, I feel like this has been very. Honestly, they look so much better now. Like, let's see. I don't know if I can show that off on camera, but this guy has kind of sorta individual teeth now, whereas before he had tooth, just a tooth. So kinda.
Now, things to keep in mind are that no one playing the game,
Is ever gonna notice and count his teeth?
yeah, they're never like you are spending more time closer to it than anyone else will.
It's fair.
They're going to see it mostly top down on a board, and it will look way better than the red plastic was.
It's true. Yeah. Yeah. Looking great, thank you. The real naming helps those who are literally colorblind. 3 foot rule. Yeah, there you go. Here, let me, I'm just gonna grab, so these are from the D&D Castle Ravenloft board game. This is from 2010, so, you know, whatever. And, let's see if I have one that's more primed in here. So you can see what we're working with. So normally in the game, like this is what the spiders look like. They're just this, you know, pretty dull red plastic. If the camera would focus on him ever. These ones are
Camera
two-piece.
only likes butt.
Yeah, camera likes the butt. Hey, there it is. So that's what they look like. And then some of them are white, like these zombies started out as this white plastic. But like overall, the level of detail in these sculpts for a board game mini, not bad. It's not, you know, there's crazy Kickstarters that have better plastics with more detail and whatever, but
Assuming they ship.
assuming they ship. These guys are crazy. Do you ever paint? Have you ever painted anything like this? I'm sure, probably.
Yeah.
But the transparent, like, I don't know, how do you handle that?
I would just use a brush use a brush on primer to prime the areas that you want to paint.
Yeah.
Because the idea with the transparent is that ideally you're leaving the transparent areas still transparent.
Well, yeah, because this guy's covered in flames, which would be cool as shit to render as like some level of transparency.
Yeah.
You know? But that feels... Okay, we're going to set that one aside and we'll dream of that later. Anyways. That's cool.
You want to work on the spider?
Maybe. I want to actually take a quick break because I desperately need to blow my nose. I don't know if... Yeah.
Giggity giggity.
So we're going to take take 5 real... If it looks good at arm reach, it's fine. Nice. Yeah, I think. Well, listen. Compared to what I had before, this looks way better. So, I'm pretty happy with that. Good for a first try. So we're gonna take a quick break here, a couple minutes, and we'll be back. And maybe Jared can show me what we can do with these spiders. I'm gonna try and con him into doing. I want you to do yours like how you usually do.
Okay.
You can instruct me on whatever, something remedial, and Jared, usually it's very colorful and crazy, so maybe we can do spiders a little bit more kind of inventive. So anyways, we will see you back here in a couple of minutes. we are back.
Are we?
I don't know. Maybe.
Sweet.
Sorta. Kinda, yeah. So. All right. So we've got our wolves. Mine a little more basic than yours. I didn't go for that kind of additional wash step. But that's okay. Is that something I could revisit later? Like, I assume yes,
Yeah.
right? Like, I could do that tomorrow
You're
or
doing
whatever.
this additive process. You could always add more, refine it. Now, for board game pieces, I don't see why you would.
Yeah, I think this looks perfectly fine. Like, I'm totally happy with this.
So I'm just going to do one extra step because that's how I roll.
Okay. For the wolf?
Yeah. Just real quick, we'll get a little bit of this ivory from here.
Oh, this is your additional dry brush.
Yeah.
Like, just to kind of...
We'll try to
even that
unify
out.
it a bit and just like
Okay.
just do those upper surfaces.
Yeah. It really does bring it together. Like, the transition's a lot less noticeable. I'm amazed at how much of the paint is like airborne as you dry brush.
Yeah, there's also, because this is been in use for a while, like there's just old
Sure.
dust and junk in there. There. Slightly more gooder.
Slightly more gooder.
You heard it.
I heard it here first. Yeah, that's like, this is rad compared to the plain red boring, that it was before. And yeah, I think mine less good, but just as playable. Certainly still way better.
The thing is,
maybe my teeth are better than yours now. I'm just kidding.
I think they are. 100%. Everyone can agree. The thing is that you could do, like in an afternoon,
Yeah.
doing that sort of level of painting, you could do just about a box worth.
Totally, yeah.
And they'd be way more fun to play with
Yeah.
than
Yeah,
what they
sure.
were.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's certainly something everyone who I know, so I like dream of painting and never do. But everyone I know who paints, it seems like they wish they painted more or got more done. That seems to be a constant thing. Like, I'd love to paint this, but I don't want to take 2 hours per mini or whatever, right? So
Yeah,
Got it.
even like the stuff that I'm painting on video, I don't think I'd spend more than an hour painting any single mini.
really,
Yeah.
okay.
Because everything is for gaming, and
Yeah.
so I could spend 3 hours on it and not get any more enjoyment out of it.
That's also kind of like your shtick, though, right? Too like,
Mediocre painting, yeah.
I don't know that that's the word that I was gonna say, but definitely not like whatever. You're not entering Golden Demon or something,
No.
right? Like, yeah, got it. Okay, cool. So shall we try the spider here then?
Let's do this.
So, where we guide me? What's the plan here?
What color do you want your spider to be?
That is a great question. I don't know what a spider should. I feel like a spider should be like blackish with some brown highlights, maybe some fibrous stuff going on. Maybe some purple in there somewhere.
Sure.
Somehow.
Or red, like you could do like whatever.
Well, you know what?
So-
I want to have a purple spider.
Okay, sick.
I want a purple spider.
Okay. So what I'd say we're going to do here for yours
Yeah.
is that one of the easiest ways to do that could be to
Purple.
dry brush it and then use something like this
Purple swarm.
to hose down the whole thing. Or you go, because of, let's say this, not that this isn't, but let's say it wasn't necessarily primed perfectly. So
Listen, I did the shittest job priming these. There's like quite a bit of of red on the old belly here. Maybe not the most uniform priming you've ever seen in your life. His bum though, looking good.
majestic.
Majestic.
So maybe what you do for that one
Yeah.
is you just slap this brigade gray, which is just a bright gray, a bright kind of neutral gray.
Is this because I failed at priming?
Let's say the priming wasn't good.
Okay, figuratively speaking,
Yes.
if the priming was a little inconsistent, left something to
What
be
you
desired.
might want to do
Okay.
is just do this universal coat of
Yeah.
this
Okay.
gray,
And all right.
which we are going to dilute a bit just to make it easier to work with.
Okay. And I'm just not gonna, take that personally whatsoever.
No, you're just showing what would happen if it wasn't done right.
Got it. Okay.
And so just slap that across the whole spider just as you did.
All right. These spiders are a little jank because they're 2-piece minis. Like I didn't have to assemble them, but you can see that
they've been
clearly have a seam.
Yes.
Maybe I had to assemble them. It was 15 years ago. I don't know that I would remember, but possibly. But
no,
I don't think so.
Think you did.
I think they came that way, and it's a shame, but. I suspect no once it's painted won't be able to tell anyway.
Or will you?
Well, I don't know.
It's a pretty heinous scene. You'll still see it, but it'll be less
It
visible.
is pretty bad, actually. Yeah, you're right. Oh, I see.
You told me to do something the way I would do it.
Okay, so I'm over here using the white remedial priming over here, and you're just slapping on what's that?
Deep ocean blue.
Deep ocean, famously where you find spiders.
Yep. You got it.
Understood.
I mean, these spiders do exist in basically Dracula's castle, right? So
That's fair. Count strong, yeah.
Ravenloft is definitely one of my favorite D&D
settings.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like a standout favorite, like broadly. Like it definitely feels like you're not alone in saying that. You're not in the minority, I don't think. I don't know that I am into D&D enough to like really have a preference. I have these board games. They're like a fun little board game system for, playing scenario based fantasy, huck some dice, kill some monsters, whatever. They're not amazing, but they're fun. But I think that's about
all of those board games are more general fantasy board game than they are actual D&D.
Absolutely, right?
Not that there's any knock against that. I think they're great for what they are. But
yeah. I'm not, I've played. I haven't done a ton of role playing generally, right? A little bit of Pathfinder, and that's about it. So D&D just kind of whatever. I got too many board games to play. Not enough time for D&D. It's like Magic the Gathering, right? I can't buy Magic cards, or
your
it'll
life
just
will
be
be consumed.
one more thing that I'm not getting done. Okay, I emphasis on slap. I swear this looks extra shitty compared to. Maybe it's worse than how it was primed. But anyways,
I don't think it is. Let's see this. Come on. No, it's
fine.
Beautiful now.
It's beautiful. All right.
But we do need to let it dry a bit before you go on to your next step.
Okay.
What I would say for basing for all of these
Yeah.
is if we just painted all of these bases black,
Okay.
clean them up, then there'd be nice contrast, and these guys would stand out more.
Sure. Do you always do the basing last?
Yeah, I tend to.
Okay.
There are people that do it separately,
Sure.
but I mean, for something like this, I would just always do the base last, because you don't have to be careful about painting the actual mini then.
Sure. All right. Look at this guy's gorgeous butt. Well, the camera just seems to want to focus on his behind. It's just the way it goes. Kind of dealt with some of those mishaps, but I don't know.
That could have potentially been there if someone else did the priming.
Yeah, exactly. If some fool had done an inadequate job priming, you know.
That's what that
Definitely not what
here.
you're saying.
No,
But yeah, understood.
you're just showing what you might need to do.
I got it.
The fact that you gave me the black mug really, really makes me want to reach for it. Being
to
that
drink?
everything I own is
black.
Yes.
We can switch if it'll make it easier for you.
No.
Honestly, I've almost taken a good slug of this more than once now. So, you know, what if we had really inadequate priming?
So with the really inadequate priming,
Yeah.
if
it
happened,
figuratively, you know,
with this PVC, I'm not even 100% certain that paint would stick to that. We could give it a shot and see.
okay. Well, we could just set those aside. I could always just, you know, hit them with a little bit of
Sometimes
primer
you
some
need
other
to
time.
turn them and spray them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah, totally.
Maybe with something like that. Maybe.
Listen, I set these on a piece of cardboard.
Yep.
And I hit them with the rattle can, and then I spun the cardboard a bit, and
Yeah.
you know, and I did one of those, and I just, you know, these guys are all hunched over, and apparently I just didn't get the front whatsoever, and didn't notice either. You know, I think it was a little easier to read whether they were primed when they were like dark red, whereas that I just didn't notice. Right?
Yeah, the gray over the bone colored.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Time Roller, welcome in. Jack, thanks for that Prime sub. Appreciate you. A treasure train just started on your channel. I don't know what the hell that is. Participants save 35% on 5 or more gift subs. Let's go. Who knew?
Is that
It's like a hype
brand new
train,
thing?
but, well, I've never seen that before. Making your own high quality standees. Yeah, we're so Time Roller, I'm Jared, Caffeinated Miniatures on YouTube. You should follow him. You should spam that in the chat. For those of you who haven't or don't follow him. He's walking me through how to paint minis. We're painting minis from the Castle Ravenloft board game from 2010. And I'm learning. It's a slow learning process, but it's real. So, all right, what's next on the agenda here?
So you might want to still let this dry a bit,
Okay.
because what you'll do next is do the exact same thing. You're gonna slap this purple swarm
Yeah.
over everything.
Everything.
Yeah, just hose it down.
Got it.
But we do want to make sure this is cured, and because potentially some of the areas had less primer on them, they might take a second longer just to actually cure.
Okay. Yeah. I did put it on extra thick on account of my shitty primer job. So
The
that's
quality
fair.
priming, yes,
Yeah. These things happen from time to time, you know.
potentially. So
Maybe I'll have to sucker you into coming back for more streams, and you can show me how we'd repair these questionable seams on this guy.
yeah, there's some real lovely mold lines on that one.
Yeah, like this mini is cool, but it's not that mini. But like, yeah, his head is not great, and there's this whole, no, not at all on camera, but that whole thing right down in the middle of his body. Anyways,
Yeah, also like underneath his legs were these like
oh yeah,
tremendous mold
mold
lines.
lines. Yeah, I see those now. I'm not showing them at all because pro streamer, by the way. Well, it's actually hard to get a read for that, but like right in there, there's like these very obvious. So would you just like trim those, or
You would
hit him with a razor
try,
blade?
yeah, a razor blade. Now with this like softer PVC, you can't on any kind of plastic, like on a harder plastic, you can kind of scrape it off.
Yeah,
These you have to slice off
got it.
because they're more rubbery.
They are definitely like that's definitely one of the things with board game minis is there's, you know, they're usually made as cheaply as possible with crappy sculpts, and for like definitely I think there's part of it where it's favoring durability. They were like flexi and whatever.
It's yeah, and it's much less expensive to make something with PVC.
Totally, 100%. So, what kind of like viscosity am I looking for with this guy?
You're not going to thin it at all.
I'm not thinning it at all.
Nope.
Okay.
It's just like a wash, but it's these sort of single layer paints.
Okay.
Idea being that it goes into the recesses and you can do it one-stop shop, and
Yeah.
it gives you a mini.
Okay. So super practical in terms of, quantity as far as like getting all my board game minis painted.
Yeah, there's
whatever.
a reason they're called speed paints.
Yeah, it's the speed part.
Yes.
Oh, that is the purplest swarm you ever did see. And I'm just slapping this everywhere.
Yep.
All right.
Just hose it down.
It's the spider every time, like, so it's got this very, it's got a big old rump on it, and it looks like a brain. Like, I just keep thinking that it's very brainy. It's got that gray matter, whatever texture to it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're wanting it to look like fur or hair, but
It's not reading that way at all.
no, it definitely looks brain.
Yeah. Oh god, this is a wicked purple. So how long have you been painting minis?
Since 2022.
Oh, so minis were like somewhere in the COVID, post-COVID era there somewhere?
we moved here,
Okay.
and I had like sold my studio and stopped working as a commercial photographer and needed something to do.
Where did you move from?
From Edmonton.
Okay.
And yeah, just needed something to do, and was literally at Sentry Box looking at board game stuff, and saw some
Cool looking minis.
yeah, some goblins, and like, oh,
I wonder what it'd be like to paint those things.
yeah,
Okay.
let's see if I suck and if I enjoy it.
And then you just started one day and never stopped?
Yeah, I
That's it.
had all the cameras and like telling stories, so I decided to document it for at least posterity's sake,
Okay.
and then just started uploading stuff to the YouTubes at the same time.
Nice. And now you're getting back into magic.
Deeply back into magic, yes. I was very like anti-commander.
Yes, yeah, you told me. We were at your house, we were playing Kinfire, and you told me all about how all anyone wants to play these days is Commander and how trash it was. And now it seems like,
So
you
it
know,
was, a lot of
how
it was
the
like,
turntables, you know?
yeah, how the turntables. It was like, so with miniatures, I do a lot of like kit bashing and
Yeah, totally.
mixing things up.
Weird shit, I
Yes.
think, is how I would describe it personally.
Yeah,
So,
that's fair.
Yeah.
And so I just kind of building commander decks is very much the same thing, where I'm
That's
finding
fair.
like a lot of I like finding like weird
Synergies and
yeah, and cards that people would generally not play because they're seen as garbage. But finding ways to use a bunch of like 35-cent cards that no one plays because they're not very good,
cool.
and then making them work in some way.
That's fun. I can appreciate that. Like, I feel like the deck building aspects of Magic are definitely there, and I'm interested. I just know that that there's enough potential there that just like consumes my life suddenly. You know, that's just all I do.
It's fair. It's
So like,
that's what's happened.
there's just a lot of cards and a lot of, you know, I've been known to purchase one or two too many board games from time to time, and I feel like maybe Magic would be problematic for me. In the same way, that's why actually, like, same with 40K or whatever, you know, I think that just the potential for me to just end up with some majillion point army of whatevers that I've never actually played but spent $20,000 on seems extremely high. So I'm just like, no, I'm not gonna try. I'm not gonna do that.
Don't put that evil on me.
All right, I have the purplest damn spider that ever purpled.
Beautiful.
Honestly, this really actually filled in on the abdomen here. Oh, that detail came out a lot nicer now. This still reads brain to me on the butt. It's the shape of it more than anything. And I wonder if maybe this under bit there, whatever, I don't know what the hell to call that. Not here, but there, like the actual abdomen, I wonder if should have not been purple, but whatever.
So now, if it's still wet, you could grab something else.
Okay. I don't know that it is still wet.
It's wet enough.
It's wet enough.
Stays, like, it stays malleable for quite a while.
Okay.
This particular type of paint. So you could get something that
like
is,
another one of these speed paints?
Yeah. So like Murder Scene, I think, is here.
Yeah, it was okay.
You could use that and smash it into the lower area.
Okay. We'll give that a whirl. We'll see what happens. Now's not the time to be timid, I suppose. Gotta experiment a little bit.
Yeah, you never, unless you're running these over with your car, you're not wrecking them.
Okay. Wow. That's a bold claim. I don't know. Did you see my tooth incident?
None of that is wrecked. Come on.
That's fair. All right, I'm trying to get this. Ooh, but then it's like, where does it stop? You know?
So these are, like, it's a real thing.
What's a real thing?
So spiders exist, and
yes.
and
a spider is a real thing, is what you
and
meant.
so
Okay, got it.
the colors don't necessarily have clean start and stop.
That's
so
fair.
if it mixes together a bit in that transition area to where it goes underneath,
Yeah.
then it does.
Oh, it wasn't that. It was more that, like, so, okay, from the side, when I look at this thing from the side, it's like, okay, I want that part to be different than that.
Yeah,
part.
okay.
The non-hairy part, but then it's like, when I look at it from this side, it's like, oh, well, so then the whole underside should probably be that reddish,
And maybe it should.
And maybe it should. I think it should. I think we're learning here or something. I'm having some sort of epiphany or I don't know. Something's happening over here, Jared, and I'm not sure what.
No one is. That's okay.
Yeah, that's okay. All right. So I think I'm going to put this sort of in the center and then try to just stop at some arbitrary
Well, you can kind of feather it out.
Feather it. That's exactly what that's not the word that I said, but that is the thing that I'm attempting to do.
Okay.
So, I think I have way too much on my brush maybe, but that's okay, whatever. We're learning. When we fail in League of Legends, we often say that we were limit testing, finding our limits.
There you go.
It's
That's great.
It's like you make some horrible play, you do something objectively stupid, and you're like, I was limit testing. I was trying to, see what happened if. So same vibe.
Exact same thing.
I'm like upside down on camera here. I'm like, I guess I'm kind of upside down in real life here as I paint this. I'm like trying to get in these little leggy doos, and it turns out that that's the most practical way. So,
Yeah, you move it around. You don't move around the mini. You move the mini around.
oh wow, it's like a philosophy on life or something. Okay, so this already looks. I'm like 20,000 times happier with this than I was with my wolf, on account of this being more like visually interesting. Maybe you were right about using crazy colors and shit all along, Jared.
Imagine me being
Imagine you being right about painting minis. That's pretty cool. I'm happy with that. All right,
So you can let that dry a bit,
I'm gonna do that.
and then you could add highlights
Like by dry brushing it.
or by painting them on.
Ooh. Okay. Let's take a close look here. I don't know. I guess those are really, really big mandible fangy things. I don't know how a spider's like mandible. I don't know how that
Fangy
should
things?
look. Yeah, but he probably should have some like crazy, creepy, bright claws or something, right? You know, something intimidating looking has to exist here somewhere. I feel like this is going to take a hot minute to dry. There's quite a bit in those little recesses.
There's a reason why I've always got a hairdryer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I would have just expected that you would have had just like more minis on the go or something. No?
Being that I am, how I would say, like, I don't have saint-like patience, I use a
Okay.
hairdryer a lot.
Oh, really? And does that like affect it in any tangible way? No?
Just makes it dry faster.
But that's it. But like
Yeah.
it doesn't
There are
impact your quality at some point?
No.
Or really?
I'm not like using a super hot setting or anything.
Okay. Don't mind me. I'm totally gonna walk behind you and just reach and see if I can move this camera so that it like
Mind you.
exists somewhere in space where we can. Oh, it's
Give it
just
a
totally
shot.
frozen. It's doing nothing. It's got a purple spider on it, and or wait. No, it's this one. It doesn't exist there. That's.
What are we talking about? Yeah, there it exists.
I'm just an idiot. That's what we're talking about. It's an uncomfortable angle, but your painting looks way more. It's like you've done this before once or twice.
I think I care a lot less than you do.
Really?
Yeah, and so I think that's part of the magic is that, like, you learn that it just doesn't matter. Were you aware of the Flames goalie, that his quote
No.
about the mantra that he says, because they'd won some game, he had to come back. I don't even know. I don't follow the Flames.
Okay.
But the quote was that they asked him in the locker room afterwards, like, what his mantra was, or
Okay.
what helped, like, what gets his mindset.
Yeah.
So his mantra was that nothing matters, no one cares, and we're all gonna die, or something like that. It's like, oh my gosh, this guy
Wow.
gets it.
So okay. So just I need to give.
Like, remember that.
So the secret to better painting is to give fewer fucks.
Yes.
Like that's it.
It just, like, they're just.
Well, I mean, I didn't care too much about this. Like, I kind of let go and just tried this, murder scene on the abdomen here, and I'm really happy with where we're getting to.
They're just
So.
little plastic toys.
That's true. That's true. What if they're more than that to me, Jared?
Shift how you think about it.
Okay. Well, that was less inspiring. Okay, listen, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave this on the Jared cam here, and I'm going to zip inside the house really quick, and I will be right back. So now this is your opportunity.
I'm so nervous.
This is your opportunity to say whatever, crazy stuff you want to. So,
Chances are we'll save very little because
I suspect that's the case.
That's how I roll.
But that's okay. I'm gonna leave this here. I'm gonna go grab. I have the other like 2 minis that I painted from this game like 10 years ago.
beautiful.
I'm gonna grab them off the shelf. the stream?
I broke everything.
Probably. There was like, it's happened like several times where I like left, Martina was streaming with me, I left her in here for like 5 seconds, and spontaneously the stream just shit the bed, or internet died, router exploded, whatever, something. So.
Martina.
Oh man, there's some cat fuzz on these.
Of course.
Well, there's still. Look, I got like them. They're on like a vintage bottle cap with some sticky tack.
Nice.
That apparently it now has some cat fuzz on it. But so these were like the first minis that I ever attempted to paint. Attempted, emphasis on attempted. These are also from this same game. That's why I picked this, because this was the, you know, whatever, the skeleton, little skeleton warrior. First mini I ever tried to do anything with. And I don't know what happened on this guy, but he looks very interesting. Anyway.
They're so 2D.
I know.
They're so flat.
Listen, it was a first try.
No, I mean the actual sculpts, the way that they've casted them.
A little bit.
They're pretty flat.
Aw, it's fucking Allison. Aw, it's so adorable. Yeah, it's true. Oh man, this is I should have grabbed a hairdryer while I was in there. Shit. I did not. Oh no, I missed some purple. I might go slide that in now. So how do you choose which minis you're going to paint?
Recently, I just
roll. You
Yeah.
roll and choose.
I roll a 6-sided die.
It's almost like I set that up, but I didn't. I just forgot. So,
Uh,
but you have a list. So where does the list come from? How do you know initially? I want to do something. Is it games you're currently playing, or like shit that's
sometimes,
visually interesting? Or
yeah,
like,
it's just I'll have some sort of stupid idea, like those dudes that I have all with skull heads,
yeah,
where I just have a stupid idea and that needs to
happen.
it needs to be brought into the world, and so then that's the thing that I'm working on.
I really liked your turnip set. The teeth, the weird tooth guys. I like
Man,
those.
you're really setting things up that you have no idea about,
Yeah.
because that's my next video. I'm selling.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm because we have to move again.
Yeah.
I'm selling a lot of that stuff, and that was that particular like I didn't realize I made so many. I was like, they're sitting in a box.
Yeah.
And I'm not doing anything with them. Maybe someone else would like to do something with them. So yeah,
Okay.
I'm literally selling those. That's
Wow.
funny.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That's kind of cool. Jared made these. What is the game? Turnip 28.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
And-
it's like Napoleonic kind of wars,
Yeah.
but weird turnips have taken over the world basically, and so
I seem to recall you were telling me about this. What was this? 2 years ago, I think.
Yeah.
And you were telling me about how they were like you know, in some way there needed to be roots involved, and
Yes.
you know, teeth have roots.
Yeah.
So these minis all have like human bodies. I think they're human.
Yeah.
And then like teeth
Ish.
for heads. And
they're humanoid with
They're weird looking, and I like them.
that was purely because that was a game that I was interested in, and there was another Duncan in the Rust Punks, our local bunch of nerds,
Yeah.
wanted to play the game, and so I was like, okay, cool, I'll play this game. And then I was given information that I shouldn't have, in that you can just buy resin teeth.
That's a weird fucking thing to know. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so you can just, like a normal human or me, you can
Yeah.
go buy resin teeth. And so I bought resin teeth and turned them into heads.
Yeah, it was cool. I liked it. I liked it a lot. So is it going to take like 7,000 years for this to dry in like those seams?
It's probably pretty dry in there.
Yeah?
Well, unless you just put stuff in there again.
No.
Yeah, we can just scoop some of it out.
All right. Jared knows all the hacks.
Now that should dry a bit better. Because yeah, I mean, in that literal scene, there's not a lot of air going in there.
Totally, and it was pretty fat, you know.
So how do you want to add any kind of?
Yeah, I want to try and do some. I'm gonna do something. I don't know. I think like I got to do something on the ends of these. Like he's up, you know, like that. I got to do some like sort of weird claw thing. I got to do something on these mandibles, right? Like it can't just be purple, and Reed's is just purple, you know.
So do you want to make them more like bone-like with like a gray or?
Shit, I don't know. See, we're back to. I got distracted. I was saying like I don't know what a mandible should look like, you know. I feel like there's some little pokey things at the bottom, and the rest maybe stays purple. Rightly or wrongly, I'm going to treat the bottom of these as though they were like, there's spiky teeth things there. And, you know?
It's your mini. You do what you want.
Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. So I think I need something bright. But I wonder if I should do, order of operations-y here. Like, so I could, I'm talking with my hands with that on camera, and it's probably freaking people out. It's like half the frame is just my hand, you know. What am I trying to ask here? I want to get some more texture on the back side of this.
Yeah.
What would be your recommendation for how I achieve that?
So you can, if you use your brush.
Yeah.
And just whatever paint you want.
Yeah.
You just like gently go the side of the brush on.
Like we did with the teeth.
Yeah.
Or like you did with the teeth. I didn't do.
Primarily,
that's what you did here.
Yeah.
Okay. So did you just use two different blues, or you just?
I just kept mixing gray.
You just mixed it in. Okay. Okay. Cool. I don't know what. I think a problem here is I'm struggling to visualize what I want here. I want this to not just be flat purple, you know, but I don't know in what way it should be. Like, I think I actually want it to read a little darker, you know. Not that makes sense, but
so
it's supposed to be hairy and whatever.
Yeah. So why don't you use like dark blue?
Okay.
And you get fresh stuff because that stuff's been messed up.
Thanks, Max.
Now this, the way that you're using it, if you use a thicker paint in this particular circumstance,
yeah,
it's going to make your job easier.
Okay.
Because it won't come off quite as easy. And so you really.
So I'm not going to overdo it.
Yeah.
As easily.
Yeah. So if you have that just damp,
yeah,
and just go into the edge of that.
Okay.
So when I say into the edge, I mean literally. So we're just going to get a little bit, and then put it into the brush more, and then you just use the side to just gently go.
Okay. So. And I'm just like.
And so you've got a little too much on your brush. So no.
Okay.
That's fine. That's when I paint. That's generally why my thumb looks like a bunch of different colors, because I'll just go gently
just to get rid of some.
Get a little bit off.
All right.
Because you want to see. Thumb. Yeah, and just roll it across there.
Okay.
Yeah, that should be good.
All right.
And then you can just very gently.
And I'm just trying to just the edge.
Yeah.
That did not work. All right. This is harder to do than I expected.
The main skill that you develop is brush control, and that happens just from painting.
There's more practice.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is, to be better at painting, I need to paint more things.
Yeah, as funny as that sounds.
What a wild idea.
It's kind of like running.
Oh, God. Running.
I know, it's your favorite thing. That's why I brought it up.
A, I hate running, and B, I'm signed up to do a 10K.
Oh, are you?
So, yeah, my wife, my stepdad, and I were gonna. Sarah's in a triathlon, And
Oh, yeah, you
we're
said-
gonna
did say
we're
this.
gonna do the Olympic distance triathlon, but as a relay. So I'm doing the run. I don't know how I got picked as the candidate for the run because I don't want
ran.
well because if I do this swim I'll die.
Yeah,
right. Like it's like 1,500 meters in in open water.
Yeah, I
drown.
can do a sink really well.
Yeah, totally. Me too. The kids. So Sarah's like a competitive swimmer, right?
Yes.
And we joke all the time about how I'm great at swimming, but only straight down. I can swim. I don't want to swim. Like swimming lengths has to be one of the most fundamental, like least interesting things I've ever experienced in my life.
It is worse than road running.
Yeah. Though maybe it's about as monotonous as running on the treadmill, maybe.
Yeah, but
Not a big treadmill
both those
fan.
things would I want to cease existing.
Yeah, that's fair. Weren't you telling me about going to the gym, running on the treadmill?
Yeah,
just
but that's
recently?
like 15 minutes before I start working out.
Oh, like as a warm up.
Yeah,
Okay.
literally 15 minutes.
I thought you were just in there, because it was so cold outside or something. You were just wimping out.
No.
That's fair. So I have an important question with my mini here.
Uh-huh.
What if I added all this blue and I don't like it?
Then you just paint over it.
Shit, okay. Just try something else.
Yeah.
I actually kind of do like it, but it's growing on me. I don't know. How's your spider coming along?
I mean, for a gaming piece, that's probably where I'd stop.
Oh, yours looks so much better than mine. Damn. Well, now I feel just inadequate.
Don't.
It looks good. You should, here, show it off a bit. Let the folks see. So would you say that that's more in your style generally, or?
Yeah,
little bit?
aspects of it. Like I've got this blue.
I would
and
say
then
it's not maybe not as funkily. Is that just recently you've been doing so much crazy colors with the candy stuff and whatever? I feel like intense colors are kind of your thing.
Yeah, I was looking. Again, this video that will probably be out on Monday.
So I'm like ruining your like I'm scooping the story here.
No, whatever.
No one's watching.
I would
the stream
like.
anyway.
I would like to sell this stuff.
The turnip stuff.
The turnip and some other stuff. I just once I started looking, there's a bunch of stuff that I'm not using.
Yeah.
And
Trying to
don't
find
want
a
to
good-
have to move.
Yeah, trying to find a good home for it.
Yeah,
before
and I already
yeah.
gave away a bunch of stuff because I'm not a very good capitalist. And so
Okay.
but I was looking and so like there's these orcs that I painted like a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
And you could definitely see like that's when things changed. Where I started
For
using,
you.
Yeah, where it
Okay.
started like using more interesting colors as the what do you want?
Ivory. I want that guy.
Do it. This is the really thick one. Yeah, just using more interesting colors as shadows because things can be fun. They don't have to be boring.
Yeah. That's
That
fair.
one, regardless of what you're doing, you're gonna need to thin a bit.
No matter what.
Yeah, because it's so viscous.
Okay. It's weird. This is gonna sound really, really odd, but like, for some reason, I always second guess myself when, like, not that this comes up often, but when I'm thinking about viscosity, I'm like, if something's really viscous, does that mean which one is it? Does that mean it's thin or thick? I'm always like, I don't know. Like, anyways, high viscosity is that thick or
Yes.
thin? Oh shit. Okay. So anyway, I just always second guess myself, I guess. So is your spiders all done now? Right?
Yeah, I'm gonna get some black on there and just smash some black across the base.
Okay.
And do that with the wolf too, so we can see the contrast with just a nice clean base, how things look.
Sure. And I guess like for that's what I would imagine I would want to do for board game pieces for myself personally. Like I would always want just like it's not like I'm gonna base and like put grass on them or something. You know what I mean? Like
Seems like wild overkill.
Well, and also I want them to be functional for playing and store well in a box.
Yeah, they're gonna get thrown around.
Yeah, exactly. So
Treated with care.
Yeah, totally. Shoved in a box and forgotten about as I move it around, here and there. Figuratively speaking, if I applied just a little bit too much of this ivory, is there any hack for...
So you rinse off your brush really quick.
Yeah.
And
get in there.
With, a damp brush.
Yeah,
and
okay.
Wipe it out.
Okay. It was just figurative, I wouldn't make a mistake like that.
No,
other people might.
Yeah, it's a learning lesson for someone else.
Yeah, that's why I asked, So, I just wanted to, make sure.
That everyone knew.
Yep. I wanted to establish that, for the record, as a fact.
Fair.
This is how it's done. Yeah, I feel like this just makes me want to just play around more and see what happens, and I'm a little bit scared to try things because that's how I am. And
I get that. A lot of people are, but you're not gonna wreck it.
Oh, sure, but I feel like whatever. I feel apprehensive, like I am gonna wreck it.
They're just little plastic toys.
Yeah, I'm not. No.
But if worst case scenario, the paint isn't very thick, so if you hate it, you could always literally spray it and start over.
That's true. But no, it's not even that. It's I'd rather just I want to magically have this just look amazing. I just want to be a fabulous mini painter, having basically never done it. This is the problem. What I'm experiencing is what I talk about my kids suffering from a lot.
Yep.
Where they want to do an activity and they want to be the best at it in the world the first time they try, and they get really disappointed if that doesn't happen, right? And I feel like I'm experiencing that, right now, which I don't usually, but I definitely feel that way right now.
They came by it honestly.
Yeah. It's appreciable. I can understand where it comes from, but I want to give that back to them and not hold on to that at all. I don't like this experience. I feel like when I express myself creatively, it's rarely with something that I would describe as like art. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like painting. Like I painted a portrait. No, I'm never doing that. Right? So I think that's where my apprehension comes from. I'm just a little bit I feel like this should look good, and if other people don't judge me, I know I'm going to judge myself. Feels
I
like
feel
that. And the uncertainty of, well, what happens if I just slap this on top of that makes me that's I think where that apprehension is coming from. So
that's the fun part to me.
Oh, I think
Baffle.
that's right. It's it's the sort of thing where I can imagine I can totally see a world where I come to terms with that a little bit better and get used to embracing that a little bit. That sounds fun, actually, in a very intimidating way. But that's not the world I'm in.
That's
right
not
now.
the world this moment.
No, on stream, first try, whatever. All right. So I tried to darken this up just a little bit because it seemed right at the time. I feel like I want to make some of this abdomen split yet darker.
Okay.
Is that something where I would use actually black, or is that a no-no, or
So I wouldn't always go directly to black because there's nothing darker than.
Sure.
So you could use we've got this.
I want something that reads dark but isn't red, like the murder scene,
Yes.
for instance.
So it's all about contrast, right?
Sure.
And so we have this ironclad gray, maybe. So you could go gray. You could go to like that dark blue you tried. You don't like. I didn't bring the darkest blue.
I want something darker than that blue.
Yeah. So you could go.
Probably cooler, but
You know what we could actually do is just take the black. We've got black there.
okay.
So if we do,
Oh, I could just darken up that blue.
yeah,
That seems so practical. Jared, what a wild idea. See, this is where it's like, I'm scared to even try that because it's like, well, what if I fuck it up? You know?
then
I'm gonna ruin the
You have to
paint that's
throw
on that
everything
on
out.
that wet palette.
That's right, you have to
know?
just start
And
over,
you're
throw it
gonna-
all out.
You're gonna be mad at me, Jared.
I'm gonna flip this giant table.
Yeah, totally. You're just gonna like,
because
it's
that's the thing I would
over.
do.
Yeah, you know, you have been known to have anger management issues, so definitely that's a thing you would do, I think.
Yeah.
So, all right. I'll try to just try more things. That's what I'll try to do here. Not. I don't want that.
Immediate.
Well, I don't know. You know, like, you know, if you like, it's certainly been my experience because I don't draw a lot, and my problem with drawing is that if I try to draw, it's like what I imagine in my brain, and then what I actually am capable of doing,
Totally different.
translating into physical space, are like they're not even adjacent, like they're not even in the same ballpark, right? And it's like that sort of thing is what just happened. It's like I had an idea of how that was going to look, and then it was just like, no, that was not it. You know? So that's okay. We're just going to accept that this probably isn't going to be the best mini that ever was painted by anyone, and you know, we'll figure it out from there. So you're all done.
Those are done.
You're way ahead of me. Do you wanna paint something else? I don't know how long you're here for. It's an important question. We've been streaming for just about 2 hours.
Holy moly.
First comp I entered, the judges didn't like my adorable little squig, but one 3-year-old little girl liked it a lot. She kept pointing at my squig even as her dad carried her to another case. Still tears up a bit. Aw, that's nice.
Yeah,
That's endearing.
But your squig was awesome, Allison.
I'm sure it was the best damn squig that ever squigged. I don't know what a squig is.
We'll show you.
Okay, listen, I put little claw type things on these. I don't know if it makes sense. I don't care. I want those to look cool as shit. Like, I need to add some, like, I don't know, poisony, adjacent, vibrant, bright green something or other. I don't know. What do you think? What do I do here? I'm actually, like, pretty happy. Like, this is perfectly fine as is. I'm totally okay with this. I just wish it was cooler. How do I make it cooler, Jared?
So you can add more contrast in areas. So
Okay.
now that you've got the dark part,
Yeah.
maybe
Dark.
then you make it brighter above it, because brighter above it will make that dark part darker in contrast, right?
Oh, so like add some highlights essentially. Like,
Yeah.
Like I could dry brush it or something.
Yeah.
What would you do? Would you dry brush it or would you just?
I would use a brush and do that.
Yeah, I don't think
So then use a dry brush. Like you've got this paint here, that will work.
that's true. Well, I don't want to like steal your paint color here. Come on.
You already did. It's horrible.
It's over.
I'll never forgive you.
I'm pretty sure.
But yeah, you could just dry brush that. Like
the
very
rump.
lightly. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna give that a go. We're gonna see what happens.
So just like I would literally use that.
Oh, you think I should just brush it? Yeah, okay.
Well, no, you use
The
a
dry
dry
brush.
brush. Just get some of that.
I didn't feel like how we did it before. I was nervous.
Give it a shot.
All right. Do I need to see if this is?
Yeah, and you just want to be quite
know.
gentle because it's not the same sort of level of texture that this had.
Yeah, it's true. And it's like I feel like it's
And if you go sort
I
of
can-
across it
Like
this
it?
way, yeah, it'll pick it up better.
okay, good because I felt like I'm doing nothing here, and I don't know if it's because I'm, an idiot or what. Mystery remains to be solved still. This is...
Is that adding any interest?
Maybe. I don't know. You know what I think? You know what I think I need to do here?
Is paint the base black because
I need to
look brighter.
I need to paint the base black and call this done and do a different mini.
There you go.
And just try just moving on is what I need to do. You know, there's this thing that I can feel it. It's happening right now. So I'm obviously not this is what I got. I'm obviously not a mini painter. I'm not super experienced, clearly, and whatever. But something I recognize that I do, like when this happens to me a lot when I'm writing, because I've worked in communications for a long time, and something I'll do is I'll get to a point where I'm working on a piece, and I'm like, I recognize in myself that I'm making it different, but it's hard for me to tell if I'm making it better. Right. And it's like, okay, that's my something I'm only good at now as an adult. Like this is recent, is recognizing that that's happening. And it's like, oh, okay, that's my cue to stop. Right. Like I'm done. Right. And I can see that it's like, I can imagine how I would make this better. I'm not sure that I'm able to actually do that. And I should just slap some color on the base, call this one done, and experiment with the next one. 100%.
Also, again, because of contrast, if you get a darker base, it's going to make this look brighter.
You're right. You're totally right. Thanks, Jared. It's a gumball with big teeth and tiny legs. It's been great fun finally watching you paint. Gotta go do adulting. Aw. Well, thanks for that lurk, Allison. Appreciate you. Okay, so as far as the basing is concerned, I just slap some black on there, or
just
like
get some more black.
I don't know if I should do that. Do I clean this?
Nah, don't worry.
Okay. And we're going with like actual black.
Yep.
We want to like min-max our contrast here.
I just like the black bases because I don't know, it's like very then neutral. It's like it doesn't exist.
It feels like the thing to do, especially for a piece. Like I'm going to use these. These are going right back in the box. You know?
Yeah.
I'm going to use these for playing. And it feels like they just read well and, you know, whatever. On that note, so, like, literally these are board game pieces going in a box.
Yep.
The box behind you. Do we need to do anything to, like, do you clear, like, do you coat them in anything?
Do I, or should you?
Yeah, okay. I had a feeling there was going to be a, you know, something there. Why not both? Do you and should I?
I don't ever, unless the minis are metal.
Okay.
Just because the paint is more brittle on metal.
Do you paint a lot of metal minis?
Yeah, a decent amount.
Really?
Okay. It's the most inexpensive way for like indie sculptors to make miniatures.
Is metal minis?
Yeah.
Because there's no mold.
Well, there is a mold,
There's a mold,
but
but
the spin casting process is just, it's existed for a long time. It's much less expensive, infinitely less expensive than doing some sort of hard plastic.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's my understanding that, like, yeah, if things are like injection molded or whatever, it's cost prohibitive.
Yeah, basically, if you want to do like cut a mold for a sprue of hard plastic, that's about $10,000. So you have to sell a lot.
Yeah.
To get that cost back, and that's assuming there's no other issues, because obviously breakage can happen and there are other downsides in that process.
Sure.
And so then the most common way for indie sculptors to produce their own miniatures would be either hand poured resin.
Yeah.
With like a silicone mold and then resin.
Okay.
Or metal.
Got it. That sounds not trivial to do either, but
so I generally don't. But if you like, for it to literally rattle around in a box,
yeah,
it doesn't hurt to hose them down with something.
Okay. And you generally don't. Do you have you in the past?
Yeah, like I say, for all of the metal stuff. Now, I generally do like, I don't like using any gloss as the final thing. I don't want anything to be glossy.
Sure.
But a gloss coat is much more durable. So I will spray something with a gloss, let that cure, and then spray it with a matte clear coat.
Got it. Okay. I'm not going to worry about that right this second, obviously, for obvious reasons.
Yeah, and these ones,
Give you
the PVC might actually,
be fine.
yeah.
You know what? I'm sure it's probably okay. I was more just, I was thinking out loud. I do that a lot. So.
I rarely think.
Oh, well, that solves that.
Yeah.
That's...
Makes life easier,
Does it, though?
more simple.
Yeah, okay. Straightforward, sure. Easy, I don't know. How can I see your base? Like, how did you just, it took you like 4 seconds, you got every little bit of it, didn't you?
So you can cheat it by, I would slide the brush in like this.
Okay. I was trying to do that, but generally failing, I felt like.
Fail forward.
Fail forward, okay. Well, you know what? This counts as failing forward because I have more minis done than ever before. So, though I will say, somehow I ended up with like way too much water or something. It's super thin there. I can't seem to get that.
So you'll have to let it
not-
dry.
and then
It's
hit it
also
again.
that it could have been just like very thin,
Oh, like
right
I might
there.
have done a poor job priming it, figuratively speaking.
potentially. And
Okay.
so
Fuck.
the paint just like you have to build up layers there.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because it felt like I was just sliding it around and
Yeah.
nothing else was happening.
So it gets to a point where if you start messing with it when
Oh,
it's
fuck.
starting to dry,
like I just did?
yeah, then we call it tearing. You
Okay.
tear the paint.
Okay, I'm just... This is my spider.
There are many like it.
His name exactly, but this one is mine. His name is Phil. Where's your spider?
Right here.
Oh, he's not on his thing anymore. Here's your much better looking spider.
Not better looking at all.
I think if we were to poll the audience, there would be a difference of opinion, but that's okay. I'm still pleased with how this came out.
Better than the red plastic.
Way better than the red plastic, yeah. Used to look like that and say spider on the bottom. Now
In case you didn't
looks
know
like
what
that.
it was.
In case you didn't know. Well, for some of them, I like that, like systematically for playing the game.
Yeah.
You know, if it tells you whatever.
What it is.
If it's some weird, crazy named zombie, maybe that's a little bit more relevant, Did you make these figures? No, I did not. These are from the... we painted them, but these are from the Castle Ravenloft board game. This guy... Oh, you know what? I'm not going to grab it because... Anyway, whatever. Yeah, we did paint them, and they came out okay. Purple wins. Purple always wins. I like that. Surely I can paint the Dead Cells mini. Ooh, maybe. Though I left it at your house, so... we've been playing a lot of Dead Cells, the board game.
Yep.
Which is based on Dead Cells, the video game. I don't know if you're familiar with it.
Yep.
But excellent video game. Also an excellent board game, but weirdly for exactly 3 players. Not 2, not 4, not 1, 3. And a campaign. It's just the way it is.
Okay.
If you play, like, combat is set up for 3 players. If you play with 4 players, 1 person has to sit out. Right? It's just sort of like...
That is
that's
bizarre.
it's weird, but as a 3-player campaign game,
Excellent.
ridiculously good. The only thing that's strange is you move around a map, and you have just like this gratuitously large mini to do it with. Like it's this big for a, they're moving on these spaces that are like the, size of a loony, and the mini's taller than that guy. Like it's weird. It's the only mini in the box, and it's just it's gratuitously large. So you're just taking a
I was
look.
just looking at all of these fun minis.
All right, let's see what we got here. Who's this guy? The Flesh Golem. Okay, yeah. Actually, this one's like pretty decent, all things considered, for a 15-year-old board game mini. There's some decent detail in here, and not as many weird mold lines or seams or anything like that.
No, that looks like a pretty nice.
This looks pretty clean. I'm surprised.
This gargoyle is pretty great too.
Yeah. Gargoyle. Not bad. Are you looking for another one to paint?
No, I'm just looking at
Okay.
at you know, because like the details on this ghoul, for instance, are pretty mushy.
Yes, totally. This is more like this used to be the best you would get from a board game, you know?
Yeah.
Like 10, 15 years ago, this was common. I think even now, like cheaper board games, the games that aren't like minis games, tend to look like this level of detail. I even feel like this is like a different plastic that's just sort of, it's weirdly like...
There are some different, like this is a hard plastic base on this, the Draco Lich.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. Whatever. Draco Lich is pretty cool. I still think I want to like these transparent ones. I think are really like it's hard, so hard to get a good read of this on the camera. But this is a skeleton, a blazing skeleton, so like a skeleton mage, like casting a fireball spell. So he's covered in all these transparent flames, and I'm certain there's people who've done amazing things painting these, but I'm also certain that I'm not there yet. Oh, another one. What's that guy?
Wraith.
A wraith. Okay.
So ghosty.
Yeah, more icy maybe. That's kind of cool. It'd be fun to do.
Yeah, you could make all of the shadows non-transparent.
Yeah, totally.
And then as it goes up to the top, then it's all transparent.
Yeah, there's fun. Like these games had fun minis, and the system is simple to play. Maybe we'll need to try playing it next time, or something like that. If there is a next time,
there could be a next time.
We survived.
I'll be less weird.
You'll be less weird. You're not weird at all. What do you mean?
We'll see.
Okay. Anyways, I think overall this was a big success.
Yeah. So how do I
feel about my minis?
Yes.
Okay, so I've got the two minis here. I feel like this wolf needs a little more, right? Like just it was the comparison with like yours. Like this just reads a little bit too flat. It's just sort of it's very gray, like uniformly so. On camera, it looks more vivid than it does in person, I think. But like especially this backside, it's like I might as well have just primed it like with a dark gray. You know what I mean? Like it looks so this needs a little bit more visual interest, but I'm happy with where I'm at for a starting point for sure.
Yeah.
Like yours, you did the extra like on the tail and his little snout there. A little more murder scene and stinky butt. But anyways, yeah, I like this better. This guy would be like done as far as I'm concerned for playing games, right?
Yeah.
This guy needs a little more. The spider, I'm pretty happy with actually. I don't know that I did the right like colors per se, but I'm really happy with the way the transition worked out on the abdomen.
Yep.
It's not bad, right? Like there's definitely some visual separation between this part and the under part there.
For sure, yeah.
So I'm really happy with how that came out. I realize I have no idea. Like I painted little like claw things. I don't know if that fucking makes sense at all, but I did. Did you?
It's
no.
a bright point. No.
Fuck. that makes me nervous.
Why?
I don't know. Whatever. I was just saying like from an anatomy perspective. I don't know how a spider works. But
this is also a giant spider.
It's true. It's true. Probably very loose interpretation. But anyways, I'm quite happy with this as a like starting point. Like overall, this felt really apprehensive. I felt really apprehensive about as I was going.
Yeah.
And I think that this makes me feel like I just need to play around painting more minis.
Yeah.
So, yeah. In that context, so it's like, imagine you're me and you don't have 500 paints available or whatever.
Yeah.
What do I do there? Like, that feels like a big gap,
For sure. So you can buy starter sets.
Yeah.
Like particularly in these things, you could
Sure.
buy a starter set of like speed paints that'll give you 10 basic colors.
Yeah.
And you could buy a starter set of like traditional sort of paints.
Sure.
And
What
that
the
would
hell was
get you
that one
going.
called? Spellbound.
Fuchsia.
Ooh. Okay. Not screwing around.
It's a magenta.
Yeah.
But that would give you all
Add
the
some
basics.
light brown on that wolf. Totally, 100%.
And then
Go from there.
Yeah.
Add in as you need.
yes.
Got it. And it, like, what do you like? Are you brand loyal? You know.
Not so much. There are just like Vallejo.
Yeah.
I used to use a lot.
Yeah.
They've started using a lot of AI slop.
Oh, really?
Yes, and an actual art company.
In what way? AI slop
all of
on
their
what?
marketing.
Oh.
Yeah, so
That seems really disappointing. What
really
the
gross.
fuck?
So I don't use them anymore.
Weird.
I use a lot of the Army Painter. Obviously, that's all I brought today.
Yeah.
And I also use a lot of Monument Hobbies Pro Acryl paints. They are American, so it's more difficult to get now.
Sure. Got it.
And then, yeah, there's miniature painting companies have a lot of weirdness that goes on, particularly ones that are out of Spain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. That sounds
Some
like
that
I
I don't want to be associated
I was gonna
with.
say that sounds like a off stream
Yeah,
tale.
I don't want to be associated with a lot of them, so.
Got it. Okay, cool. Well, yeah, I think that I feel like this has inspired me to maybe start doing some more painting. I don't know if I'll do it on stream. That feels scary and perhaps unnecessary. I don't know. Maybe
But
I will.
It's less intimidating.
Yeah. Like, so if there was like a takeaway from this, I think it's that I just need to like play around, basically.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, totally. Like, set aside whatever weird expectations I have and just fucking try it out.
Yes.
You know, that was like a loud and clear
Yes,
message for sure. Yeah, like I did exactly what I tend to do. I was sitting here staring at this, thinking about what to do, when what I should be doing was slapping some paint on it and seeing what happened.
Yes.
You know? So
Always.
yeah. So yeah, that was insightful for me. That was really helpful. Thank you for coming over and helping me get some minis finally painted. So
We've been talking about it for a while, so it's nice to get it done.
it's true. It's true. So maybe after stream we can discuss other things. But I'd love to have you back to do some more painting.
Yeah. Play a game, maybe.
Maybe play a game. Imagine playing a board game.
I know.
You know.
Crazy.
Yeah, I don't know, like if that's, yeah, whatever. We'll have to figure out the details there and make that happen, because that'd be really nice. But awesome. So thanks for coming. I think we're gonna wrap up there. And should I find somewhere to raid? You know what? I'm just gonna keep it simple. We're not even gonna bother with that. We're gonna call it here. And if you don't follow Jared, you should. He doesn't stream on Twitch here. Reasons unknown. Why don't you stream, Jared? To put you on the spot immediately.
Seems like another thing that I don't necessarily need.
That's
in my
super
life.
fair. That is super fair.
Yeah.
Also, it's weird. The barrier to entry for streaming, like if you have the gear, it's like, I'll turn the camera on or whatever. But it's like the mechanical bits of doing it and not sucking at it are hard.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm like weird in live, and so it's easier for me.
You're
to,
weird. What do you mean?
easier
There's
for
nothing
me-
weird about this so far.
Easier
you know?
for me to edit myself into a video and do that a few times a week than to do it live.
Okay.
Also, my camera gear and everything is always moving around,
Got
and
it.
so it's not like I have a setup that I can.
Like that thing.
Yeah, like I could have a
yeah.
semi setup, but then it moves around so much
Yeah.
that it wouldn't be set up.
Yeah, that's fair. Like I just have an extra camera bolted to the fucking ceiling so that I can do board game stuff, because it turns out that that's really practical.
Yeah.
For flat boards on a table, you know. So okay, that makes sense. Anyways, we're gonna call it here, and thanks so much for being here today. Those of you who are in chat, appreciate it. Thank you for those subs. Those of you who subscribed, and Jared, thanks again for being here. And stay tuned. I'll let you guys know the next time Jared will come, and yeah, we'll mix and match here. We'll play a game next time, maybe.
Do something.
So, do something a little different. You showed me how to paint. I can teach you a game.
You can show me how to lose.
Let's not go that far. Let's not go that far. But anyways, thanks so much for being here, guys, and we will see you next time.